present for Bangladesh, particularly hand twisting and forcing, and they have different kind of the approach in terms of their foreign policy relationship.
I've been doing research on Rohingya crisis, including the Rohingya Voice, as moderator mentioned, for last several years. And whenever I ask the Rohingyas in different camps, they always want to go to their homeland.
And China also wanted Myanmar to be their window. Mao Zedong said that Myanmar is going to be the China window. Therefore, the relation between China and Myanmar, even the fact that so many years Myanmar has been in isolation, but they have not given up because they're full of resources.
Economic and other historical relationship. We are not.
We are refugees in Bangladesh. Many times we have gone back, but the problem remains unsolved. It is recurring again and again, the same thing is repeating again. We have some bilateral agreement signed between the government of Bangladesh and Myanmar. But to me,
let us try to do the best that we can with China's assistance. And one thing one must remember, that in view of our declared policy of friendship with all and malice to none, in spite of all the difficulties we have with Myanmar, we have continued to engage them and been talking to them on friendly, with a friendly voice, trying to make them friendlier than they are right now.
So the world witnessed the beginning of what has become a systematic act of uproot. And while we are commemorating 6 years since the beginning of an unprecedented forced displacement, we're also paying tribute to Bangladesh's courageous decision to open its doors to more than what is now 1 million fleeing Rohingyas to offer shelter and protection. So the international community has acknowledged your country's solidarity.
That is for the Rohingya to decide for themselves whether and when to return to Burma. It is not a decision that can or should be made for them by foreign governments, humanitarian agencies, or others.
Any initiative until now about their citizenship. Our foreign minister used to raise this issue, but after that, I don't know why Bangladesh has become silent.
Once they return, what happens? Who monitors? And there we did put a proposal that the non-military representative from the ASEAN countries could be stationed within the UN kind of umbrella to monitor that once they return, what's there happening. It's kind of a security guarantee.
I'm very grateful that the university organized this event so that we turn a very sad day in something where we look towards the future, where we recognize the resilience of the Rohingya and their voices, and I'm happy that some of them were in this seminar, albeit a bit intermittent, but that we also had that reflection how we can move towards solutions, this repatriation center stage. It remains very challenging, but we need to continue investing in this. It's the least we owe to the Rohingya themselves. Now, the other issue is the different types of citizenship. That's also another issue. But as was also said, we need to start somewhere.
Many students and faculty members attended the program.
A requirement to be an independent ethnic minority, will be taken into account. Voice their legitimate concerns because
1 or 1.2 million. They were denied citizenship. Remembering this day, the Center for Peace Studies and Honorable Minister for Planning of Bangladesh, Professor Tawfiq M. Haq, Director of CPS.
Joined physically Mr. Enrico Lorenzen. If necessary, if they want, they can, and they will get 4 to 5, and also in the first round, and then before going to the round 1, I just, because we want to see that the situation now in terms of repatriation. So the questions about Burma Act, and that on the basis of that Associate Professor of Oxford University for the first round, the interest and how the international community works.
You see here that Myanmar constitution security is defined as you know. I think that this is be there. And when I say representation, I said a unique
situation at the border has become increasingly complex. Could you elaborate on the security risks posed by